It is time. I think it is time that I speak about Nintendo Switch 2 and how I feel about everything that's going down recently. Everybody wants to make their videos. Here's what I like about this. Here's what I like about that. But we are still getting a bunch of information. So it was like, what am I supposed to do? Make a video about what I feel about Switch 2 or a new game that's getting announced, and then they're just gonna announce something immediately after? So I think now it's like a perfectly good time. We had the Direct last month on the 27th. We had the Direct today on the 2nd, and then we had a Treehouse presentation today on the 3rd. So a lot's been going on, but now I feel like this is like a perfect breather moment for me to actually speak about how I feel and everything that's been going down with Nintendo Switch 2. This is like the perfect opportunity. Yo, what's going on, everyone? It is Super Cafe back again with another video, and let's talk about Nintendo Switch 2 and how everything went down. Number one, let's talk about the leakers, because the leakers basically got everything right. Leakers always get stuff right. I mean, they were ahead of, like, oh my gosh. The leakers knew everything so far in advance. It was absolutely crazy. I think Nintendo kind of fumbled in that sense. And it makes sense that everything got leaked like this, because the system is coming out June 5th, which is so close. The date I'm recording this, it is April 3rd. The fact that we have 2 months later, it makes sense that everything got leaked because the system is coming out very, very soon. But one thing that the leakers couldn't do was actually leak the games early. Woo! You know what? They leaked the hardware, you know, that generated hype for the Nintendo Switch 2. One thing that they couldn't do was leak those games, and the games look amazing. The brand new Mario Kart looks amazing. We have 84 new characters. 84 new characters. Do you know how insane that is? 84 characters in total. I don't think that includes all the costume swaps that are in the game, but I'm so happy that we have costumes. I wanted costumes in Mario. If I can just speak about Mario Kart World, the game looks amazing. 84 new characters. We don't have any more customizable carts anymore. I kind of wanted that because, you know, we've been playing Mario Kart 8 for a very long time. The fact that we're going back to just normal carts, I personally like. It's a breath of fresh air to go back to some of Nintendo's older roots or ways when it comes to Mario Kart. It looks amazing. The fact that you can do multiple tricks in Mario Kart looks amazing. I love that so much. Everybody's talking about, oh my gosh, the new Sonic, multiple tricks. Nintendo could never. Oh yeah, Nintendo could. They just didn't want to speak on it ahead of time. Oh my gosh, I can't believe we have multiple tricking. We can drive on walls. We have our carts too, can customize. When you go in the water in Mario Kart, it can transform into a boat. You're in the air, it turns into like an actual flying machine. And oh my gosh, people, when that Sonic game got announced, Sonic Racing or whatever, people were saying Nintendo is not going to be able to compete with Sega when this new Sonic game comes out. Boy, were they wrong. Boy, were they wrong. This new Mario Kart game looks so good, and the way that they made the tracks to where they still can loop around and it's still one big connected world is absolutely insane. I love it when the worlds are actually all one thing instead of, you know, you're loading into like a big sandbox area. I like it when it's all connected into one, and Nintendo did that. Oh my gosh, it looks so good. When you get hit by lightning, the weather changes. We have a bunch of references to the 3DS era of Mario, which most of the time gets overlooked. The fact that we have Coin Piler, the fact that we had Bitty Bug in this game, I mean, it's absolutely insane. The a golden shell? You didn't have to add the golden shell. You didn't have to add these references at the 3D era of Mario, and they did. I feel so bad. I feel so bad about Kamek though. Like Kamek not being in the game and being an item. I feel so bad. I feel so bad. Oh my gosh, I feel so bad about that. It sucks, but at least we got like this cool mystical orb item with Kamek, and it's so creative too, because you have the big orb, and then you have all like the shapes in there, because, you know, because of Kamek's wand, and then the glasses and the bee kind of make like the resting for the orb or whatever. It's genius. It's genius. It's insane. The game looks good. The game sounds good. The game looks like it controls well. It looks like they kind of fixed the bike issues. You know, Mario Kart Wii, it was all about bikes, and Mario Kart 8, they're like, oh my gosh, bikes are kind of too broken. Let's switch it up again. But now it looks like anywhere drifting bikes are going to be good again. Oh my gosh, it looks amazing. Honestly, that's all I have to say about Mario Kart World. It's kind of, I've still got to get used to saying Mario Kart World because we have a new Mario Kart game. I can't say Mario Kart 8. We've had that game for over 10 years now. It's insane. Also, shout out to the guy during the treehouse who's actually driving good. This boy knew what he was doing. He was in first place for most of the time. He was cruising in first for a majority of the time. And the people that were playing multiplayer, that guy that got sniped a couple of times, I was actually laughing. I would have been so mad. I would have actually lost my mind on Treehouse Live. I would have been, if somebody were to do that to me while it was live streaming to everybody else, you are not gonna do me dirty on a live stream like that. let's talk about Pokemon for a brief second, all right? Game looks good. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy that they are doing different editions. I guess it's gonna be kind of talking about Pokemon, but then again, this is also kind of talking about just how we're doing Nintendo Switch 1 games and Nintendo Switch 2 games. I love that so much. It's so that the previous generation of Nintendo fans are not gonna be left behind when it comes to these new games, because the release date is so soon. Like, we had the Direct and they're like, okay, the system's coming out in 2 months. So if you had a first Switch and maybe you don't have the money, you don't have the luxury of buying new things, you're not just going to be left behind, you know, just because you have older hardware. So the fact that we have Nintendo Switch 1 edition games and Nintendo Switch 2 edition games is absolutely insane. I love that so much because the Nintendo Switch 2 is a current generation system, 120 FPS, 4K output. This is a modern day system. So the excuses that, you know, Nintendo doesn't have exclusives, Nintendo doesn't, oh, our games don't run well, those excuses don't exist anymore. I know that everything is becoming more expensive with the Nintendo Switch 2, and I'll get to that later, but we have a modern day system, and the fact that we're doing Nintendo Switch 1 versions and Nintendo Switch 2 versions, so nobody gets left out, I love that so much. These new games that are coming out, I'm probably not going to buy for my first Nintendo Switch. I'm probably going to be buying them for Switch 2. So like I was trying to say, the new Pokemon game looks amazing. That first trailer that we saw for Pokemon Legends ZA, I was scared. I was scared that Game Freak was going to mess up again, and I said this before. If Game Freak messes up Pokemon Legends ZA, I'm done with Pokemon games. I'll buy the cards, merchandise, plushies, whatever. But when it comes to those games, if this one wasn't going to be up to par, there's no excuses. You're a $1 billion company. If the game was going to be bad, but it's not. The game looks good. The game looks good. I'm seeing the characters move. Fluid motions. All right, the game looks amazing. Let's actually talk about the price, because it was something I already touched on a bit. I know that Treehouse was also happening today. I know they showed off some stuff about the new Donkey Kong game. I'm glad it has a story. Oh my gosh, I can't believe we got a new Donkey Kong for the Switch 2 era. Like, wasn't the last 3D Donkey Kong game for the Nintendo 64 just a 3D platforming open world Donkey Kong game? The fact that we're getting that is absolutely insane. I don't think I want to watch any previews or trailers for that because it has a story. So I don't want to get spoiled about it, so I don't think I'm going to be watching footage on it. But from what I have seen, the game looks beautiful, crisp, amazing. I love everything that I've seen in that trailer. It looks, no complaints at all. It gets a Super Cafe 10 out of 10, all right? It looks super great. Same thing with Metroid Prime 4. That game is also getting, you know, a Switch 1 edition and a Switch 2 edition version of the game. I'm getting the Switch 2 edition version of the game. Also, the Donkey Kong one isn't getting that at all. It's just Switch 2 exclusive, so yikes if you still have a Nintendo Switch 1. Also, by the way, Dragon Drive and basically the online guide for the Nintendo Switch 2, those games are paid for. If it's anything over like $30, I'm not buying it. I'm gonna be so honest. Like, if Dragon Drive and that other game where it's like showing you the capabilities of the Nintendo Switch 2 Joy-Cons, if it's over like $30, I promise you nobody's buying it. Like, the PR for Nintendo's games right now is terrible. Everybody's like, dude, Nintendo's PR is so 50-50 right now because everybody's loving what they've been releasing. It's just the price of everything. Like, if you slash $20 from like everything that Nintendo's releasing, people will be so happy. Nintendo, you're gonna make so much money, I promise you. But I think that's honestly all I have to say for the you know, environment that's going on for Nintendo Switch 2. I'm so excited for this new era of Nintendo. I have a big announcement that I'm going to be releasing pretty soon. It's probably going to be coming up by next week, and you know, I'm trying to make some big moves, man. I'm trying to make some Nintendo history if I can, the best way that I can. So I hope you guys will all join me on this journey, hopefully. My pockets are going to be hurting. My wallet's going to be hurting. I'm not going to have any money. You know, I'm going to buy Nintendo stuff, and that's it. Maybe I'll go hungry for a couple of days, but hey, it's worth it if it's going to be. It's worth it for the new era, man. It's worth it for the new era. What can I say? What can I say? If you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like. If you didn't, don't leave a like. Hopefully I'll earn it someday. This has been Super Cafe, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out.